Hi everybody, it's Nikki here, and I'm going to share a short sequence with you today just to get some energy and some heat flowing. Hope you will also, alongside that, build a sense of being grounded. And certainly, as always, take what you need and maybe leave what you don't. So we are going to get started quickly. We're moving right into child's pose. And as always, if child's pose doesn't make sense, you might just choose a comfortable seat or maybe Baddha Konasana. We're not here long. So just connecting with the fullness of the breath. Muscles in the upper back, shoulders, face, and jaw all relax. Two more slow, big breaths. Good. Then we'll come up into cow pose, open the heart. And cat pose, round the back towards the sky. Cow pose to fill. Down dog, hips high. Right back to cow pose, in. And then cat pose out. Cow pose to fill. Down dog, hips high. Right, how slow can you breathe for cow pose? Right, transition strong and steady, cat. Cow pose, filling up. And down dog. Let's go one last time for cow pose. And then cat pose, empty out. And cow pose, nice big breath in. Down dog, hips high. Take a few breaths here. Good. And then we'll walk the hands back to the feet. Find a flat back, breath in. Fold and empty. We'll come all the way up to stand. Hands to the heart. Take a nice big breath in. And a long breath out. Chair pose, sit the hips. Arms come forwards or even forwards and up. Right, you might have about hip width between the feet. You might be closer than that, but try to make sure the knees find about the same space as the ankles. Right, you might be able to cultivate the sense of the inner thighs dropping down and back. Right, try not to collapse through the low torso, so there's a sense of containment in the core. Right, and we're going to play with this transition from chair to kneeling. And so over time, you might keep the arms extended overhead, but it may not start that way. And so we really want to focus the grounding through the balls of the feet and the toes. And we're going to start to take chair down. Try not to let the knees collapse too far forwards until you need them to. Heels will lift, knees come down. You'll reach up for the sky, nice big breath in. And then step your right foot forwards, first time into a lunge. Right, might make sense to drop the arms, or you might plant hands on that front thigh. We'll take a few breaths. Right, thighs are plugged in, body lengthening away from that right thigh. And I should say inner thighs, or I think of just pulling the upper legs into the pelvis. Let's take one more big breath in, and then plant the hands. Right, left knee lifts, we'll step forwards. Find a halfway lift. Fold, let it go. We come all the way up, reach for the sky. And then hands to prayer at the heart. Come up on the ball of the left foot. All right, so right foot is grounded, and lift your left knee up. Right, Arms can stay as they are, or maybe extending the arms overhead, using the fingers to draw the body tall. You might even be able to sort of hug that left knee higher, like you're trying to get it towards the chest, right? Glute engaged and strong. Take another breath. Good. And then bend into that right knee. We'll step the left foot back, warrior one. Right, we come up. Right, left foot landed about 45-degree angle, more or less. Right, you might want to widen your foundation here. The inner elbows lift, the palms turn in. And I'm drawing right shoulder back so that the heart squares forwards here. Right, anchored through the pinky edge side of that left foot, left leg strong. Right knee driving forwards. One more big breath in. And then plant the hands. Let's step back, plank pose. And then lower the knees. Right, shoulders over wrists or a little further forwards. Take a nice big breath in. And we'll lower halfway and then all the way down. Top of the feet come down. Low cobra lifts the heart. Hugs biceps and elbows in. And then release. Right, so the feet are anchored, legs are strong. Inhale, lift the heart. Neck stays long, and then release. One more time, small back bend here, rooted through the feet. Inhale, lift heart up and forwards. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, anchor the knees, lift the pelvis an inch or two here. Hug the biceps in, take a big breath in. Press up through bent arms to straight arms, and down dog. One big breath in, and a long breath out. Hands walk back to the feet. Halfway lift, fold. Come all the way up, extended mountain. Hands to the heart. Big breath in, long breath out, chair pose. Right, find that strength. Don't let the knees collapse in, contained through the core. Heart lifts up and forwards, gaze to the horizon. Right, you might want to widen the arms, and then our chair comes down. Right, hips move towards the heels. Eventually the knees will fall forwards, and we drop down to the shins. Right, lift the heart, reach the arms, and the left foot steps forwards to lunge. Right, over time this stance gets long. Right, building a sense of drawing the body up. It's okay to find somewhere else for the arms, right? Take a couple breaths. Plant the hands. Let's step forwards. Halfway lift, nice big breath in. And you fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. Hands to the heart or to the sides. Come up on the ball of the right foot. Left foot is grounded, so we're on the same side. Eventually the right knee lifts. Maybe the arms come overhead, or maybe not so much just yet. Or maybe you work to hug that knee closer and closer to the chest. Left glute squeezing, left leg strong. Take another breath. And we'll step back, warrior one. All right, right foot lands, adjust your stance, and we come up. Take two big breaths. One more in. Plant the hands. We'll step back to plank. Right? You stay on the toes or drop the knees for a breath in. Halfway lower or all the way lower. We'll come into a back bend, up dog or cobra. Up dog is just hands and feet touching. And then down dog, hips high. Good. Walk hands back to the feet. Halfway lift. And then we fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. Chair pose. For a breath. We'll come down to the shins. Slow seat. Shins land. Step that right foot forwards to lunge. Right? Hips down and forwards, arms up, big breath in. Plant the hands. Step forwards. Halfway lift, fill. And fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. Keep those arms there and lift your left heel. Right, left knee comes up as close to the chest as you can get it. And then when the knee can't go any higher, this time the body comes down to meet it. Right, soften the right knee, start to tip forwards, body parallel with the earth. And then that left leg goes back. It's almost warrior three for a moment before the left foot lands. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. One more in. Plant the hands, right? Plank pose. Big breath in, right? To the earth or halfway lower. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Here for a breath in and a breath out. Hands go back to the feet. Halfway lift. Fold. All the way up. Chair pose. For a breath. And we come all the way down to kneel. Rise up, tall spine, and then left foot steps forwards to lunge. Hips down and forwards, body lifting up and back. Take one more big breath in. Plant the hands and step that right foot forwards next to the left. Halfway lift. Fold, let it go. We come all the way up, reach for the sky. Stay here. Come up on the ball of that right foot. Right knee lifts, and once you get it as high as you can, bring the body down to meet the thigh. Right, almost squeezing stomach to thigh, thigh to stomach, soften that left knee. Right, as you kick the right leg back, might be a momentary warrior three before warrior one. We come up. Good, one more big breath in. Plant the hands, chaturanga to the earth or straight back to down dog. Big breath in, long breath out. Hands go back to the feet, halfway lift. And we fold all the way up, reach for the sky. Chair pose. Right, hips back, one big breath in. Can you come slowly all the way down to the shins? Hips lift, big breath in. Right foot comes forwards, high lunge, rise up. Big breath in. Plant the hands and take them just maybe 6-8 inches out in front of the right foot. Glue your stomach to that right thigh. Lift the left leg and pause. And you can stay grounded here, nice deep bend. Or maybe warrior three, finally coming up. Right, extend through the crown. Turn all 5 toes in the left foot to the earth. Right, pull the body tall, draw the shoulder blades close in the back. You can support your balance by reaching back or forwards. Keep those hips square for 2 big breaths. We're coming all the way to stand. So as you come through from whatever pose, can you bring left knee up to the chest? Take a big breath in and out. Warrior one, left foot back, reach up, fill. Plant the hands, chaturanga or to the earth. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Hands to feet, one last time. Halfway lift and fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. Chair pose, last time. We've got a breath in. And then let's come down, find the shins. Left foot forward to lunge. Tuck right toes, lift the knee, now it's high. Take one big breath in here. And then plant the hands out in front of that left foot. Stomach to thigh, how strong to lift the right leg, pause. And then maybe make it warrior three. All 5 toes in the right foot turn to the earth. So it's the inner thigh that lifts. Pull the crown one way, heel the other. Strong through the core, maybe choosing arms to support you here. We've got 2 breaths. We're coming all the way up to stand. Reach for the sky. However you get there, it's great. Take a breath. Stay for the empty. Warrior one, last time. Big breath in. Plant the hands, chaturanga to the earth or straight back to down dog. Take a couple nice big breaths. Good, and we'll pull forwards plank and lower all the way down to the front of the body from toes or knees.
And take a couple easy breaths. Good. We'll extend the arms back alongside the body, palms down, pinkies into the sides. Feet anywhere from hip width to big toes touching. Right? Inner calves roll to the ceiling. Outer ankles roll back into the center line. Roll shoulders down and away from the ears. And as you inhale, lift the chest. The neck stays fairly long, gentle tuck at the chin. Keep rooting through the hands, maybe lifting higher and higher. If you have space, maybe lift the legs. If you want fire, try bringing calves and big toes to touch here. Maybe lifting higher. Try not to bend the knees so the body's tall. Take one more breath. And then release. Take a moment. Yeah. We'll do one more back bend here. If you'd like, you can interlace the hands, palms pressed together, or maybe the arms just fly wide. The inner biceps turn down and then out, whether you have the bind or not, right? Start by lifting the heart, right? The neck is long, the chin is gently tucked, right? Try not to let the breath rock the body so it's strong, steady, and stable. Maybe you fly the legs. Sometimes with this one, I like building height in the upper body and keeping my legs grounded. 3 more breaths. Last one, in, higher lift. And then release. Good. Hands under shoulders, tuck the toes. Let's press up to table. And pause. Good. So last bit of work here. Let's extend the right arm forwards, tent the fingertips, and take the left leg back. This is a great place to start. Maybe here, just building strength in the core. Maybe lifting the left leg. Maybe lifting the right arm. Maybe also, though, choosing to fly the right arm back. Keep that left arm strong. Keep the heart lifted. You could also bend your left knee. And as you drive the heel to the sky, you might also hug it back and in. And that may offer space for a connection ankle or foot. Right? Try not to collapse, so kick the knee up. Pull the heart up and forward. Deep breaths. 3 more. And when you're ready, right, nice, easy, strong release. Good. Take a couple breaths. And then we'll find that second reach. Right, right leg goes back. Left hand comes forward, tent the fingertips and pause. You might stay right here, and maybe choosing to reach the arms forward or arm forward and leg back. Right? Notice right away if you've already started to collapse through the chest. Maybe a day to just reach that arm back and stay. Or maybe right knee bends and you press the heel towards the sky, glute engaged. And maybe here, or maybe reaching back for the outer or inner foot. Both might be possible. Kick foot in a hand in a foot, and lift through the heart, drawing left shoulder forwards even as you do. Deep breaths, right? Soften, surrender into some of what's fiery and challenging here. Can't all be fight for 2. 1 more. And then we come back down table pose. Take a couple breaths. And then we'll surrender here. So we've been here before. You come up on the shins, reach for the sky, big breath in. Let's bow forwards, hips to heels, forehead down, child's pose. Into a gentle cow pose, lift the heart. Child's pose, hips to heels, empty. Rising up, this one's called Vajrasana, under the shins, reach for the sky. We bow. It's a slow empty, like you're moving through something thicker than air. We come into that gentle cow pose and out to child's pose. 2 more times. Feel free to go much slower than me. Rise and bow, right? Maybe close the eyes. We're dropping in now to the internal experience. We're letting all of that fall away and out of reach.
We've got one more.
Don't overthink it. Follow breath, move slow. One last reach for the sky.
And the slowest bow you can manage.
Right back to where we began in child's pose. And arms might stay forward. You might extend them back alongside the body here.
Like just one last chance to land. Right, notice how you're feeling, what you're feeling. I'd be willing to acknowledge that even the shortest or simplest of practices can have impact. Right, not just on you and how you are, but how you might move through the rest of your day. And also what people might be reached by this practice through you and because of you. Like, feel free to stay in child's pose for as long as you'd like. Maybe another pose, shavasana, or even meditation shows up for you. But as always, thank you for joining me, sharing your practice with me. I hope it enriches the rest of your day, whatever it holds.